Good morning. Good morning, people. We're doing the, let's see, we're off to another start. We're doing another morning ritual for guitar growth. At least I'm here doing it. I'm not sure what we're going to have for viewership today, but maybe we'll have a few to hang out with us this morning. And I don't see anybody just yet, but I see some likes, so that's good. So let's go ahead and start. Good morning, Kevin. Get the A440 going. I'm not sure if I'm in tune from yesterday. I played pretty hard yesterday in drop D. We finished the session with the drop D. Also, Kevin, before there's jump on, I have a question for you. I don't know if you were able to go back and look at the old videos, the old live videos, but I'm testing a new thumbnail, and I didn't know if you liked that one better or prefer the old one. I tested only one time with yesterday's live stream, with yesterday's morning ritual. So I didn't know if we should keep which direction we proceed. If you guys could help me figure out. I'm just testing a new thumbnail, so if you're available to look back at the live streams, the one from yesterday, the morning ritual live stream from yesterday, I tested a new thumbnail on it, and if you look at the one from the day before, which would have been Friday, it's a completely different look. So I'm just curious if there's... I showed my wife last night, and she's like, well, I'll tell you what she said after I get a few feedback. Don't want to influence anybody. Good morning, Robbie. It's cool to know I have so many nephews everywhere. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to start talking today about quintuplets. We'll use fives, we'll use sixes today in our morning warm-up, and we'll kind of recap where we left off yesterday. In creating D Dorian. We're just going to spend a little bit more time in D Dorian, I think, today. Just trying to understand Dorian a little bit better. Cooper Struck. You playing a metronome? Yeah. Yes, I am. So I'm trying to keep it somewhere we can see the red click. Maybe the red clicks. I don't know. Can you see the click there? I don't know if it's a balance, but if you can hear it. Good morning, Cooper. So thanks for being here, Cooper. I'm glad you commented. I had the old git fiddle in drop D for the whole day yesterday. The neck is just adjusting a little bit this morning. So we're rolling in easy. I have a nice cup of, we buy these gimmicky things, the Happy Flask. It's got a road cover for it, so I can put it in the van, the truck, and then just kind of cap it, and we can go with a hot beverage or cold beverage. It's pretty nice. You'll see that a lot more this spring as we start doing as we start streaming this live stream from different locations across New England, and in some cases on the Appalachian Trail. We're going to start getting out into some parks and natural places. We're going to get into songwriting mode here pretty quick. Go visit some beautiful waterfalls, and so this is all going to evolve pretty quickly this spring. For better or worse. Hey Bernard, I got your email. I saw that it came through, so I can confirm that I received it. I haven't had a chance to open it yet, but I will definitely do that. Thank you for the email. Guitar for Everyone. We've got some Petrucci stuff coming up. And let's see. Hardcore, both new onion, a little more personable. Yep. And then new equals new. We've had some feedback in that way too. I appreciate you checking it out. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll tell you a story about a flat tire. We were driving home on the Alcan, on the Alaskan Highway. We were on our way home and we had just come through Whitehorse, we came up through the Chugach and the Wrangell Mountains, and we were coming into the Canadian Rockies, and it was with the Yukon and, Whitehorse into the Yukon, and then the Liard River, and then we were coming down into Dawson City. And my driving partner, true story, we pull in it and you drive, it was all, the Alaskan Highway was all shale, and it was all that nasty stuff that was just slice your tires to pieces, If you didn't have 10-ply tires, you were done. But we pull into the, that famous place where they keep all of license plates from all over the world on these posts in an acre or whatever. Just you leave your license plate, and then it's it shows you where everyone's from, and I think that's what it was. And we get back to the Pathfinder, and I'm like, Kenny, he could hear there was a hiss coming from the rear tire, and it was a pretty obvious leak, and it wasn't going to last long. So the roads had cut the tire apart, and I thought it'd be funny and go around to the other side. Well, he's thinking about setting up, the shop to, the go shop, the jack and stuff to change the tire, put the spare on. I thought it'd be funny and go around to the other side of the vehicle and say, hey, you got a flat over here too. And as soon as I got around to the other side, I'll be damned if I didn't hear a hiss on the other side too. So we had 2 flat tires, and that was quite an ordeal out in the middle of nowhere. But we'll cover that a little later. So yeah, flat tires are no fun. My opinion is that they typically tend to hinder instead of help. So I'm coming from my yoga workout. So I had my breath's pretty much under control this morning, and which is really, really helpful. Hopefully you got your tire fixed, Bernard. Are in tune, so we're ready to go. So and if you're just tuning in here, and if you're sort of just kind of glancing by, stick around just for a minute. I wanted to invite you and certainly welcome you. This is our morning, it's a morning ritual for guitar growth. There he is, right there. How you doing? It's our morning ritual for guitar growth, and it happens every weekday morning throughout 2025. And yesterday was episode, I think, 55 for 2025. We had a few that were sort of pre-season versions, through December. We started in December actually, so we have quite a few more episodes than we're actually posting, but you can go back and watch all of them. I would highly recommend. It's just there. It's not really there if you want to go dig it around. We'll try to title them so that it's useful to you, but it's they come and go. But if there's something like yesterday you wanted to come back and visit, we'll continue along that path, that trajectory of D. Dorian a little later today. I'm going to keep everybody on time today, so you can be happy about that. We'll be running on time today, and we'll just go ahead and start with the fingers 3 and 4 on frets 11 and 12. Same old, same old. Let's go ahead and start with quintuplets today. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Played guitar all day yesterday, nice. It's always a battle. Good for you, Mark, and good for you, Bernard. Good morning, Anthony. I don't know if Cooper's still here or not, but hopefully he's still here. Smash that like button. Good recommendation. Fingers 2 and 3, frets 11 and 12, same program. 5, so 1. All right, so 1, 1, 2, done. So it's down, up, down, up. Jill. Hey, good. You're not Dana's related to Dana, are you? Oh, you are? Welcome to the show. I hope to have a bourgeois guitar in hand in the next little while, just to demonstrate some different how different guitars speak differently, and how there are benefits to some, and just to discuss quality. And I'm really happy you're here. So if you're just new, if you're just coming here today, if you're just starting out, I wanted to take a minute to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. And this is specifically designed not to be edited for speed. It's not to be edited for retention. It's not gimmicky. It's just specifically set here because my plan is to have a lofty plan in the next 12 to 24 months, right? So my own plan puts me squarely on my seat every weekday morning at 7:30. It was 7 a.m., but we altered the schedule for prime time. Still really not like prime time, but it's a really great time in the morning to play the guitar at 7, early in the morning, first thing, and just get the mind right, get the breathing right, get all of these things right. I'm basically here to develop myself as a person, as a whole person, and to practice my gift that I have been given. And share that gift that I have been given. But the only idea is that I'm here only because I really want to take that snapshot of the video that I first did in 2020, at the end of 2024, December 3rd. Take that snapshot there, and also take the last video that we are going to do, because some of us are recording ourselves as we go too, so we all have snapshots of our progress. Take the last video that we do of the morning ritual 260 hours later, and we'll compare the two videos to take a look at how our breathing is, how our attitudes. There's a whole rubric about how we're going to break down one video to the next to talk about and literally go through that longitudinal gain. Like, what does 260 hours of morning ritual with your guitar look like? So that's sort of what we're up to here. So I really welcome you to be here with your guitar in hand, and we work on breath and then tuning, and then we start immediately with chromatic style warm-up. So we're moving on to fingers 1 and 2 on frets 11 and 12. Just doing the thing. And I started this basically to just to get me here every morning practicing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4. Hey, Sky Animates. What you guys doing, guys, this morning? Being called out to your job. Have a good morning, Sky. Still here. Johnny Ray Ramones. Usually you have the pleasure of hearing me talk more, but the quintuplets, the 5 attacks per beat, I'm going to talk less regularly, and I've got to work my way into speaking over that a little bit more because it's a little more challenging for me to do that, believe it or not. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, here we go. I'm driving to the office, but on the steering wheel with the exercise. I have to say, it sounds much better. Oh, thanks. We're focusing on breathing. We're really working on the breath. And it's kind of funny just to think about, you know, just sitting around watching a fat white dude, you know, on YouTube breathing and playing guitar. But I'm trying to model this for my, number one, for myself, so that I can experience the good, wholesome behavior of you know, an esteemed guitar practitioner. And so when I start to breathe, I start to play better. When I can maintain breath and calmness. This is not medically induced, right? So this is just physically induced. So 1, 2, 3, down into cold and down. Like to practice with my eyes closed. It really helps. You read this literature, you read these journals about guitar practitioners and guitar teachers encouraging students. They'll practice for months and months with the guitar, you know, with eyes wide open, and the day of the recital the teacher will suggest, maybe Jill, maybe Johnny, today you can practice with the eyes closed, or recite your, you know, do the recital, perform the recital with the eyes closed. And then the student always comes from the stage, the performer always comes down from the stage exclaiming to the tutor, the guitar teacher, that, wow, I have never had such a wonderful and profound musical experience, you know. So those are the things that we want to promote on the channel, right here, you know. In good company. 1, All right, let's go ahead and do 5s. 1, again, fingers 1 and 2, 10 and 12. So we're introducing the string, the fret skip. And I'll get better at talking over 5s in maybe a week or so. I'll just have to keep working on just staying in tune or staying in time. Because when my wife talks to me when I'm practicing, I don't really want to ignore her, but I want to keep practicing, and she knows that I have a limited amount of time, only 24 hours in a day. And when you have lofty goals, you have to make, I'm a 110% kind of person. Hey Dan, good morning. What's going on up there? What's happening up there anyway? I'll take a quick, let's see, where are we at for time? Oh, I've got to take a quick stretch for, just a quick break for the 60-second stretch. Straight elbow, pull it back here, 15 clicks, pull down 15, pull back 15, pull down 15. So if you have questions, now's a great time. I'm going to take a solid look at that live stream, that live chat, sorry, for just communication while we stretch. Ring of Fire. We could talk about Ring of Fire, and we could talk about D Dorian mode today. We're just going to continue our journey, our little trip into the D Dorian mode, and that will be a good place to be. So if you can bear with me, I won't be able to get to that until the last 15 minutes at about 8:15, 8:10, 8:15 Eastern Daylight Time. So hang out. If you're just tuning in, stick around. You might like what's happening. And Robbie Smith, I'm driving to the office, but steering wheel with the exercise is very cool. I have to say it sounds much better. Oh, you've got Bluetooth going, right? Is that what's going on? Thanks for the endorsement, Bernard. I appreciate that, B-man. So, oh, double tap the screen. Yeah, let's get a few more likes going. If you don't mind, smash, if you're here and you are able to, smash that like button. Double tap the screen if you can. Now's a great time to do that because it gives us a little bit of motivation. Little bit of motivation goes a long way in this game. But most of the motivations that we need to develop for ourselves is just the simple approach to sharing just making decisions every day to share our gifts with the world. Use our gifts while we have them. Spend them down and share with the world. So that's a really important message. I just recently just kind of was reminded of that. I mean, I have a gift. My back is good enough where I could sit upright. So, I mean, that's a gift. But the talent, to develop the talent, to take the talent that we have and develop it, we are the ones who are responsible for developing that talent, right? And it's, unfortunately, no one else is going to do it for us. Christoph, good morning. Snowdrops are growing. Snow's melting quickly. We've got a little bit of light flooding going on here. So let's go ahead and take a look at fingers 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm just going to get back to 4 attacks per beat. It's going to seem really slow, but I really want to just dial in my breath again here. Fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on frets 10, 11, and 12. And we'll just kick this into speed. 1E and a 2E and a you know what to do. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. My buddy and I wrote a song out of D Dorian this past weekend. You did? Is it on the internet anywhere? mud here, yeah. We're on a hill, so we've got a little bit of height going on. So we have we have the lakes kind of blowing off some continental wind. So we get our property seems to dry out pretty quickly, but there is a pretty good period of 2 weeks of mud. And we're working. So 4 attacks per beat. We're always for this entire year of 2025, we are literally going to church with this metronome. You can always count on it being right here for this morning session. You can always count on this metronome being at 60 beats per minute. I like 60 because it's like a nice happy tempo. It's that same tempo I would walk down the street on a beautiful sunny morning, a beautiful sunny afternoon. Columns of brick buildings on each side downtown and just kind of rolling nicely down the pavement sidewalk. Or brick sidewalk in many cases. 1 E ended 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 10, 11 and 12. And away we go. So why is it that we do this, do you think? Do we all have sort of divergent reasons why we do this? Sticky or hard as a rock? We have a lot of sand where we are. A lot of sand, like little glacial moraine or whatever. Just dumped a lot of silt where we are. Probably could level the house and just kind of forget about it and sell the land up from underneath it and make more money. But that's okay. We love where we're at. It's all about. I'm going to come back to this time and again, and it was an old climbing partner friend of mine, Dave. So we talk about these things when you prepare to go into the hills to go up into experience the freedom of the hills. Has anybody read the books, like the textbook, The Freedom of the Hills? Is anybody into that stuff? I know Anthony was talking about heading over to a climbing gym, so maybe Anthony's read it. But the freedom of the hills comes with great responsibility. So we used to talk about this wild stuff, and it turns out everything I ever needed in the entire universe was right here available to me in my own backyard. So fingers 2 and 4 on frets 9 and 12. So 1 E and a 2, and you know what to do. Let's try Popicatapto. Let's try 60, or let's try 6 attacks per beat. 1, the same thing, 9 and 12. Oh, golfer. We've got some great golf over here. Some pretty famous courses over right where I'm at. Greg, good morning. Metronome, Uncle Jason's little friend. Say hello to my little friend. It's on rapid fire this morning. Can you guys see the red click? So 9 and 12, same fingers, same 6 beats, 6 attacks per beat. 1, 2, 3, tape-a-do, tape-a-do. So if you're just tuning in, I just wanted to take a minute to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. This is a session where we meet every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, this time of year for me, but at Eastern Standard Time or whatever, 7:30 a.m. just to kick that guitar mind into gear. jumpstart the little guitar brain and fingers and physiology and feed the spirit of the day with informed and deliberate practice cycling. There it is. So most of us will bring, we do this all through 2025. I'm here every weekday morning, and at most, I think everybody, we're growing for sure. And you know, we have some songwriters here. We have modern drummer magazine editors that come in and out, have actually been on the live stream with us. And we have just a ton of fun. We're just kind of looking for focus, though. I don't want to squander anyone's time, more especially my own, because this is a rare moment where I can, you know, this time, like you know, you're not going to get your time back. So I really want to be conscious of the time that we spend together and keeping to move this thing forward. Let's go ahead and take a look at doing the 1, 2, 3, 4 with quintuplets. So we'll start stretching that fourth finger. Thanks, Kevin. That's a tiny little guitar. Yeah, it's a D. I love the dreadnought shapes. You know, I've got a really beautiful, you know, a few beautiful guitars that I really like. That they're all dreads. I have a couple of triple O's. You know, like a 1940 Martin. You know, triple O, triple odd, or whatever. And let's see. I really like the dreads for some reason. Just a powerful shape. All right. One. So let's count off fives. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretching the fourth finger. And keeping it all together with breath. And controlling the pick hand. Keeping that abdomen sort of taut, just kind of tucking the tailbone in a little bit. Just creating that good posture that we can spend time with and not sustain workplace injury. Hey Wayne, good morning. We're doing 5 attacks per beat here. I'm trying to do 5 attacks per beat here, but I'm talking over it, and I'm not really strong with talking over 5s. I've just got to put it in my body a little bit more. So maybe some of us tap the toes, right? Some of us tap the toes and think, you know, toe tapping is a good way to keep the meter, keep the measure. But then if you tap your heel, you got, you know, I'm only moving just a small part of my leg. If I tap my heel though, you can see now I'm moving my entire, like, I've got gross motor involved, and now it's like physically in my body. So I've had drummers that I work with that are a little just believe in not moving the body at all. It's all of this rhythmic breakdown is all calculated and distributed cerebrally, right? And you don't need to move around and rock like an idiot, you know, like they say. But some of us keep time with our bodies. It's a very physical thing. And certainly for my person, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to smash that like button. And certainly for my person, I'm going to keep my heel going so I can get, maybe I'll walk down the street this way too, and I can get a little bit of that, just a little bit of that kind of wobbly thing going on, so I can really try to keep one to that, five attacks per beat alive in my system. 1, 2, 3, here we go. We're going to stretch finger 1 this time. I think, did we get all the way through finger stretch 4? Let's go ahead and stretch 1. We'll kick that back. 1 and 2. Here we go. Starting to feel good, but when I talk, it just falls apart. But I'm going to keep talking just to keep this alive. Just dance a little bit, just to keep it in my body. And I don't want to lose it or become inaccurate, but I do want to keep my picks on the downbeats as best I can. Sometimes just tapping 1 foot is enough. Why is the pentamerous nature more difficult than the binary nature? That's an interesting question. And I noticed it's really important for me to keep talking here because it's not coming easily for me. And I appreciate that you are offering me some latitude here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Let's jump back for a second, and we're just going to go ahead and get another quick stretch in. I think what we're going to do is get that 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern going, and I know Raul has been just hammering on this on his channel. I don't know if I've seen him yet this morning or not. Oh, it's standard size guitar. It must be the angle, I think. You know, I'm kind of a big dude, so it could be the angle and it's just not exposed correctly or whatever. But good catch, though. Good catch. I do have some 3/4 guitars. I have a Martin backpacker guitar that we're probably going to take on the road with us. Little as it starts to warm up, you'll start seeing me pop up in different locations with the sunset, the sunrise, on a beach, you know, the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Beautiful, beautiful times coming up here. Oh yeah, you like that? You like those wood grains, Wayne? Yeah, me too. Me too. I really enjoy those. Just kind of studying them and sitting back and admiring those kinds of things. Maybe with any luck, we'll have a bourgeois, one of Dana's guitars. You know, the tap-tuned tops, and you wait until you see one of these things. You know, if with any luck, we'll have one in hand in the next little while. All right, and we'll take a look through it, put it to work, and give a test. Maybe we'll even—I don't even know. Maybe we'll go visit. Maybe we go visit the shop and see what these guys are up to, and how they like conjure up perfection. You know, the voodoo. I don't know if we can record the voodoo or not, but maybe we can get in there at some point sooner than later. Do it while you think of it. You know what I mean? I see foot tapping. I see often. Yeah. Each Beatle had their own rhythmic movement. Oh yeah, yeah. Ringo would mop his head around. You know Scott from Mr. Fish. He was on here a few times. Scott interviewed Ringo. He interviewed Charlie Watts. He's friendly with a lot of those kinds of people, and kind of helping to get the new Marshall Tucker project up and running too. Doing a little bit of promotion for that right now. Not that it needs any help, but let's go ahead and just start with 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll get through this on the top 4 strings, middle 4 strings, bottom 4 strings, and then what we're going to do is go all the way We're starting 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be a nice sweep picking exercise, but what we're going to do today, and like we do every time we played it so far, is to use down, up, down with a picking hand, and then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we come down or up 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down 4, 3, 2, 1. Skip a position down, descend a position, up the pattern, down the pattern, descend a position, up the pattern, down the pattern, descend position. There it is. And we'll start there with 5, let's do 4 attacks per beat here. That'll be plenty, I think, for me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. I think we'll go, we could do 6s, I think. We could do 7s, I think. But let's keep it at 4 attacks per beat. Oh, here, a onesie and a twosie and a you know what to doozy. And, oh, wait, no, onesie and a twosie and I'm putting on my shoesies. A great old mentor used to play with Don Cherry and I guess Miles and these guys. Don was a mentor of mine for a good period of time. And he would talk about it like just for the new band, count offs are like 2 bars, you know what I mean, to fully establish. And Chuck Winfield from the, you know, Blood, Sweat and Tears, when working with him, he'd have like the, you know, if you were playing in 9/8 time, he'd give you 2 solid bars of count until we get to, you know, until you get warmed up to it. But anytime you change a tempo, it's a really good idea to let the body absorb and digest that tempo, and then we actually become really good at hearing a new tempo and then just taking off with it, you know, quickly. So we'll start on position number 12. So 1 E and a 2, T E and a 4. Here we go. 1, 2 and a T E and a 4 E and a. The next session, the next sequence of string, the next string set down from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place that. Instead of placing the click of the metronome on 1 and a 2 and a T, I'm going to place it on the upbeat. I'll show you how to do that. That's kind of it. It completely changes the feel of what we play, and it's again one of those things that Michael Shreve, Mr. Shreve from Santana's band says, you know, there's no way to gain access to the thing and you wouldn't even know about the thing except through repetition. You know, you've got to go through that trance-like sort of, and these are guys talking on a completely different level, some of them. 1 E and a 2 E, oh. So I start saying on the clicks, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There we go. And we're trying to just make a nice, spiritual, joyful, musical noise with each and every tone we play. Sometimes it lives and breathes and grows and dynamically gets louder and softer. So there's a lot of latitude in there. So if you're still here, I wanted to say cheers and thank you for sticking around. We're just getting ready to flip the switch here. We're going to kick it on over to D Dorian mode. We're just going to start talking about approaching the D Dorian mode, and we start with, and we're back in standard tuning, of course. We're going to stay in standard tuning here. Let me go ahead and just quickly just get through one more stretch. We'll take one more minute, 15 clicks here, 15 here, 15 here, and here. So 1, 2. Marshall Tucker, very cool, yeah. It is Tucker. One E and a 2E and a triplet. 1 E and a 2E and a triplet. 1 E and a 2E and a da 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 da. Yeah, 16th note triplet, or let's see, 1 down to 8th note triplet. So here we go with F sharp, minor, B, E minor, and C perhaps. Love the descending and ascending path. Yeah, yeah, Mark, me too. Meet my little friend. I love this thing. You know, I haven't changed the battery in this thing for years. I don't know what is going on. I don't know, dude. I use this for decades. This is an old piece of equipment, and it is still clicking like a champ. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I dropped it on my face. You didn't probably hear that story. I broke my face with a Marshall amplifier, 412 cabinet. I'll tell you that story again sometime. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at D. And for D, I'm thinking this is still part of C major scale, right? So I'm thinking C, D. I'm just going to say Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Or C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Oh, we've got a little bit of out of tuneness here. I'm just going to take a second to just get this back. There we go. All right, Mark, thanks for coming. I appreciate you being here. We're just going to keep things on time, so you're not going to miss too much of this, but have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, man. Just bear with me, please. Just one moment while I just get this thing back up and running. There we go. We're going to call that close enough for jazz. So we're starting with C major scale. And C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we have a whole step from C to D. Right, whole, half, whole, half. So we have 2 wholes and a half for the bottom tetrachord, bottom 4 notes. C has a whole step, E, D to E, C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, E to F is a half step. So that's the bottom tetrachord, the bottom 4 notes, right? Tetrachord meaning 4. And then the top tetrachord is G, A, B, and then C. It's exactly the same as the lower tetrachord, whole, between this is a whole, between this is a whole, and this is a half. So this is very interesting. You have a 2.5 steps on the bottom of the 2.5 steps on the top. So that's, both tetrachords are separated by this thing called a whole step between F and G. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, okay? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So really interesting balanced chord. So I'm a Libra, so I like to have, you know, I like to observe that kind of stuff. So we're just thinking simply in terms of where are the half steps. So when we start with C, we know we have D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then C, right? Okay. We have all of those chords that we know and love so well. But what happens when we start the C major scale, use all of the same notes, all of the same chords, but we tonicize D. D is now the center of the universe. So the tetrachords are going to look different. So we have between D and E as a whole step, E and F as a half step, and then F and G is a whole step. We have another whole step between G and A to B is a whole step, B to C is a half step, C to D is a whole step. Oh, look at this. So the tetrachord is still balanced. Very cool. Whole, half, whole, and then on the top, whole, half, whole. Super, super important to know. So instead of the C major scale where the half steps are between 3 and 4 and 7 and 1, the D Dorian mode is going to be half steps between 2 and 3 and 5, 6, 7, and 6 and 7. Is that correct? It must be because there's a natural 6 in Dorian. So here we go. So let's start with D minor. D minor 7. I like we do D minor. I like D minor 7. I like my nails. Yeah, I do fingerstyle guitar, so I try to keep my nails sort of up and running best as I can. I break them a lot though. I do a lot of dishes, you know what I mean? So we've got this nice D minor 7. I like the F chord, but with an open D string in the bass. What I'm going to do is just encourage you to take a look at these triads. I know some of us are really interested in triadic studies, so I can do this really cool Tony Rice thing just by, I can sound just like Jason Rice here, just by moving that F chord shape and then the D chord shape. So what do I have for chord tones here? I have a open D, which is 1, a 5, and then a flat 7, and then a flat 3. Super simple. Now, if you smash that like button right now, I will be forever thankful. Well, I don't know. I won't be forever thankful. I'm not going to push too hard on the smashing of the like buttons. I'm going to do what I'm doing regardless of how you respond anyway. So I just want to be thinking about the 6. Now I have the open D, and then the 6, and then the root, and then the 11. Which are all sort of like, you know, part of that D Dorian sound. Now, A minor is part of C major as well, but I already started with an F and a G. Now what I'm going to do is move up to the next inversion of F. Yeah, dig this. And the next inversion of G, and the next inversion of F, and the next inversion of G. And then we're back to the place from whence we came. I mean, it doesn't get much cooler than that. Oh, and then we learned about chromatic planing here. We can parallel plane. Oh yeah, planing of those chords is great, especially when we have a drone bass note. And then we can start working our cross-picking techniques here. You can see where we're going with this. So it's this becomes some really exciting stuff real fast. So let me just show you the next step. Oh, I've got the chai going. It's like a homemade chai. We've got the cloves, cardamom pods in there. We've got some cinnamon sticks, black peppercorns, and ginger, fresh ginger. You got to smash all of that stuff up a little bit, crack the seeds open, and then I like to saute them a little bit just to kind of like warm them up and open them, help them flower, like blossom. And then you know, a couple of Tetley rounds, British tea rounds in there. And then milk and honey, you know. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I know that I can go from F in the melody. So we've got to do a little planning here though. Planning goes a long way. We only have 4 minutes left. And I've got to do the Dorian 4. What a nerd I am. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm doing this. Half step between 2 and 3. Upper tetrachord half step between 6 and 7. Remember those, important. So I'm going to use the F, the G, the F, and then the G. And then I've got to get to these fingerings somehow. But I need to have... I need to get like a little bit of melody in there. And I know I have to be here or here, you know. I have to get to that F and then that G, right? So I know I'm using the notes from C major scale, which is E, F, G, A, not B flat, B natural, C, D, E, F, E, D, there's the root note right here. We don't have any other root notes that we have access to unless we're up above the fretboard. Okay, but we're using F in the melody and then jumping up to A, coming back down to the G chord. Let's do that one more time. F on the top. Don't forget which chord we're on when we're playing the melody. Every one of those chords works as you know, to fortify the D Dorian sound. So that's kind of like where we're going to sort of like wrap for today. I just wanted to open up in case you had any questions. We have like a minute, 10 seconds left. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at the at if there are any. Number one, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. I'm your host, Jason Carey. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This time of year, it's Eastern Daylight Time, so don't forget, we have some viewers from all over the planet here. 7:30 a.m. It's free, and we are here for the entire year of 2025, working on breath, tuning, posture, mechanical workout on the guitar, and we're improving our gift, our talents together. We're alone, we're together, but we're here. We've got this banger of a live chat going. Every day the live chat just goes off, and if there are, you know, 1,000 of us or 7,500 of us that come in and out over the span of a session, that's great. I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to confirm with you, if there's only one person here, that's what's meant to happen. So I'm not looking necessarily for volume. I'm not here to do the retention edit. I'm not here to, you know, jump and dance and sing and try to pat my head and rub my tummy just to try to flatter you, to get you to kind of look at what's going on here. I'm specifically here for the morning ritual of getting my game right, getting it done and getting it done correctly. So thank you very much for. Hey, Lena is on. Hey, Lena, thank you for being here. This is so fun to have you on here. What a trip. What a treat. This is a real treat. So if you guys could all say hi to Lena, that would be great. We're just getting ready to wrap it up for the day. Ted Green did as well. 3 minutes, one leg ago. Let's see. Sounds like West Coast. Love it. Yeah, West Coast Blues. That got you. I know what you're saying, Louie. Yep. Sounds like Baby Come Light My Fire. Yeah, all right. Candlebox intro. I don't think anyone's better than you. I really appreciate that. It's such a wonderful thing to hear, especially from a mother. So, Make Sense, Marco, Bernard, they all same toolbox. Toolbox is here. Have a great day, crew. See you, Dan. Thanks for being here. See you later, Kevin. I appreciate you here. I appreciate you, as Kevin is very punctual, and he's sort of the time, one of a really great asset for this particularly this channel, and particularly the live chat, and keeping us all on time and not encouraging me to squander your time. So I really want to be aware of the bottom of the hour. So your time is irreplaceable. Our time collectively is irreplaceable. So if we have, let's say we have 45, 50 hours of watch time on one of these videos, I don't really want to waste those hours. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you all again tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. I do.